So the first book I'm actually going to talk about is a character that I am not particularly fond of. I'm not the hugest fan of. But there's a caveat. I love live action adaptations of this character.
I understand.
I do not like reading the comics of this character because they're all the same.
Okay.
Superman. Kal-El Returns. What was the last Superman book I reviewed?
The last Superman book that you reviewed, if you did not count the Dark Age one, was the Superman's son being homosexual.
Yes. Super Gay Man. Yes.
We got you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's also a book that will be available in the coming weeks.
That's right. Yes.
So yes, you'll get the first gay kiss between Superman's son and some pink-haired dude.
Right.
So look forward to that if you're into that.
Right.
Me, I'm not. So this here is actually a surprising return to form for
Right.
Superman.
Nice.
And this is not a straight story. It is more of an anthology story, and I really like anthology stories. I feel like more books should take this approach to like build out. It's like I would love to do like an ongoing story of like something, and then every other few books or so, just break that book down into smaller stories, that
Right.
can, like open and shut.
Yeah.
And that kind of adds more to the superhero part of the superhero thing.
Okay.
And that's what this book is all about. It's like he returns to Earth after the whole bullshit with Mongol and like whatever the hell John Kent was doing. Which
Yeah.
is probably his boyfriend. We don't care about that. This is just Superman. It's like he's come back to Earth finally. And yeah, like one of the first people they go against is Mr. Nobody, who is this abstract looking villain. Which, yeah. Either way, he kind of traps Batman and Superman in the pages of a comic, and they have to think their way out of it. So it's very classic. Like, it harkens back to some, like, 1960s, 50s style shit.
Okay, gotcha.
Where they just really play with the medium. However, this book does something, it's one of my favorite things that these anthology books do. And they give like a lot of artists that you wouldn't have otherwise checked out because they were probably attached to like a lesser book.
Yeah.
And it gives them a chance to really shine. It's like the first couple stories are really good. This story, which is
that
like
Archie?
It's done in the Archie style.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's a play on like the old Jimmy Olsen Pal of Superman books.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
I got
This is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It like look at what is that?
I don't know. That's why I asked if it was Archie.
Jimmy Olsen.
I thought I asked if it was Archie.
Told you a little bit.
That's
Jimmy
Olsen.
I thought I asked.
What is that?
I was trying to. I thought it was Archie. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
It's terrible.
It looks terrible.
Does he have lymphoma?
I know, right?
I don't think you get lymphoma of the face.
It's like I do not like the art. I didn't even bother reading this one because it was just so fucking offensive to my eyes.
I'm so sorry.
Look at that.
I know it does look bad. Yeah. Look at his chin in this one.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I am not gonna lie. It looks like he's melting.
And then look at Batman.
legit.
Batman's got the fucking
He's got like the 1930s look going on.
the trapezoid chin.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. That's terrible.
He looks like my favorite Batman villain, Clayface.
Either way, I went past this because they do recreate the cover of Action Comics #1 right there.
Right.
So, if you know like a grandparent or somebody who actually has this in storage, you're probably a millionaire.
And you don't even know.
You have the original version of this image on the front of a comic book. You're rich. Anyway, moving past this because this is just trash.
Right.
The fucking Venice, Italy one where like this is really good art, and I hate that they did that to this book. Like they gave you some like shit art on this page, and then on this page,
It's good. It's nice.
Really nice.
oh my god, it was like.
I know it.
I know they were trying to like shotgun, you know. Like, look, Superman's actually back. It's not his son. You don't have to read
Right.
that anymore if you don't want to. It's like this shit is fucking great. Look at that.
That's wonderful
I
looking.
want this artist to do Spider-Man.
Can you imagine waking up to that every day?
I know, right?
I would love
That
it.
is a. Ooh, that is a.
So is Superman a story for Lois?
That is the whole.
That's why. Yeah. Why not?
Speaking of which, Chris, I'm gonna do this. I know it's a one shot, but I feel like the fans would love it. So
Wow. There you go. Yeah.
Spatman. Anyway. But yeah, this book is all about Lex Luthor and John Kent, and like they're actually doing John Kent doing Superman shit and not being focused on his sexuality for a change.
Yeah.
It's like, God forbid, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you actually focused on like the reality of a character.
On the story?
Yeah, like
That's
a
weird.
story.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's awkward. It doesn't make sense.
It's crazy.
Right.
Like he's actually being like a son to his parents. And it's like at no point do they question like his sexuality or does it come up awkwardly?
Because
Like,
it shouldn't.
Yeah.
And that's not our business.
Yeah.
So
It's
we
really
just
not.
want to do the hero stuff.
It's like we got gay friends. It's like I don't get that wrapped up
No.
in his life.
So who are you having sex with today?
Yeah.
Hey, let it go.
Are you pitching or are you catching? Yeah, no.
doing a little
Superman
bit of
doesn't
both.
ask his son that at any point in this book. It's fucking refreshing. And like you even get this great image, and I love this image.
That's a great image.
That is the passing of the torch. They even go so far as to say that in this book. I love that. That is beautiful art. And at no point does are there rainbows or anything. It's,
Right. It looks good.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Who is that artist? Who did
For this one, it was.
started on the Venice page? I think.
It definitely did. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say.
It's all good. I'm fine. I was just wondering if you knew.
It does
who that
on the
was.
front of the book, and it's like I can't decipher because I don't read a lot of DC.
No, I understand.
Yeah, so either way,
Just the stark difference between the difference between the
And,
first
like,
and the second one.
and then going from that to the story for Home, it's just as good. Like if not,
It does look good.
yeah, if not better, because you get like another artistic transition,
Right.
And it's like you get a different interpretation, but this feels more like the '90s style
That's fair.
of
Yeah.
Superman art, and it's like that's really fucking cool too. And it's like if you're looking for a good jumping on point and you're trying to get into Superman, if Superman's your cup of tea, it's not mine. I'm gonna say that this book is not bad, and coming from a guy who's not a Superman fan,
That's a good thing. Yeah, that's high bars.
that's high praise.
Yeah. Perfect.
That brings me into my next book, which is
Oh, we excited. Justin, we excited.
Star Wars
Justin, we excited.
Visions #1. Now,
I like this one.
I did not.
Be honest, we know.
Did not watch Visions
That's okay.
on Disney Plus.
Right.
But I like that type of animation. Again, so it was an anthology show.
Yes.
And so it was kind of like the Animatrix or a Batman Gotham Knight,
Yes.
where it was like different artists giving their interpretation, telling their own stories. And it's like this here is all a freeze frame from the episode of Ronin from Star Wars Visions. And the artwork for this book, it's all in black and white, but it is absolutely breathtaking.
That's wonderful.
From panel to panel. And you like, of course, with the Ronin, you're following like a Sith in this story. And there's a particular panel. I was like, I don't want to spoil too much of this because I would say if you're looking to get into a Star Wars book,
This is the one.
this is the one.
But you don't know.
Exactly.
But you don't know he is.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's so good.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm just going to show you a few panels because I really want you to be excited. It's like you get like beautiful, like full 90s style splash pages
Dope.
of just like awe-inspiring artwork. It's like, I don't know if this is like, it's like a force vision. And that's what this particular character sees in it. I'm not going
Right.
to spoil that for you. And it's like, this is going to be an ongoing thing. Apparently, this was the breakout character from
Right.
the show.
I can't wait till they bring out the one with the twins.
That's fair.
It's so, oh my God.
But
I
yeah,
cannot wait.
there is a point of contention in this book where you get this absolutely epic panel. And it wasn't a reality. It's not a thing that actually happened. But it was a thought. Because, like, he realized that the companion that he had gained during this book was a Jedi, and our main character is actually a Sith. And this is what breaks out. But this fight actually doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. It's just what would have happened had he grabbed his blade. And, like, if that's not enough right there to pull you in, it's like, I've read this, and
Yeah.
like some of the art is very reminiscent of Afro Samurai.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like it's reminiscent of that. It's reminiscent of the kid from the Animatrix.
Yep.
Like it's really fucking good. I would say if you're not a Star Wars fan, this is a book for you.
So you enjoyed it?
If you are a Star Wars fan,
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this was really good.
Like,
This
amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This is a best car tier book. Get it. I will not be giving this one up. So.
Absolutely.
yeah.
If you have not,
Watch
go
Star Wars
watch it.
Visions.
Go watch it.
It's worth it, hands down.
Go watch Star Wars Visions.
Yeah.
It's a collection, but you'll see the story that comes from. So.
Right.
And the last book is a surprise book to me. This is Planet Hulk, World Breaker.
Ooh.
Set of...
Show it
here,
this one.
I'm here.
World Breaker.
World Breaker. So, what is this book? Shit, almost 10 years ago now. Fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
You talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
like Civil War happened,
Mm-hmm.
and in the comics, Civil War in the comics is very different from the Civil War movie.
Hulk gets
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, so like Civil War happened, like Superhero Registration Act, Nitro killed a bunch of kids at a school. That it was terrible.
Yeah.
So they figured like if we're gonna do this, we got to get Hulk off world because Hulk's not. He doesn't answer to nobody. Hulk
Right.
answers to Hulk. It's in Hulk off world while Civil War is going on, and then you get the whole Planet Hulk storyline. And so this is 10 years ago. And it's like he goes to this planet. He's like a fish out of water story. It's like Sleepless in Seattle with fighting and
With fighting.
it's like sleeping in Seattle with Mortal Kombat. Anyway, yeah, I'm wearing the right shirt for it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Anyway, he manages to become Spartacus on this alien world, and it's essentially the story arc. And eventually manages to come back, but not before accidentally killing his wife because of the ship that the Illuminati sent him in that was designed to blow up in case he tried to come back to the
There's a lot that happens in
There's a
between
lot.
that.
There's really a lot.
That is the tidbits of what happens.
Those are the cliff notes.
Yeah.
You know, he comes back, runs fades on every fucking body. It's like he pusses out the entire Illuminati, the smartest people on the planet. That's Namor, that's Doctor Strange, that's Professor X, that's Reed Richards, that's Black Bolt, who lives on the moon.
A good tidbit.
No one cares about the
For anybody who cares about Planet Hulk. The Marvel movie Planet Hulk. That was a good tidbits.
Yeah, like what was it? It would have been Ragnarok, right?
No, there was an actual Planet Hulk animation. Ragnarok was good, yeah, but Planet Hulk.
Ragnarok was even cliff notes.
Yeah, exactly. Planet Hulk, the animation was really good. That actually shows the trying to enslave the Hulk.
It's like if you watch the most recent like fucking She-Hulk Phase 4 series, like I feel like there's a whole movie missing because Hulk went off world during that show. And then by the end of it, he comes back and he introduces his son Scar, which would have originated in that Planet Hulk storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So we never got that fucking story, even in the Thor Ragnarok movie.
Right.
So either way, there's like a lot of explanation that needs to be done.
That was the start of Planet Hulk, Ragnarok, if you will.
Completely pointless. Like eventually, Banner made a pledge to go back and fix the ship to try and save the people. It just happened to be 1,000 years later by their time. So who else is here? It's like a couple of new characters. You're introduced to Tala and her little brother, and they are known as Harg. They're green skin, which lets you know that they are relatives of Hulk in some capacity on this alien world. They're being hunted, and it's 1,000 years later, and they're just viewed as the scum of the earth.
Right.
They're pretty much the black people of this planet. Anyway,
He said it.
I said it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Needless to say, she knows of one person that can possibly help. And this person is a person I have not been a fan of since they were introduced, but in this story, they kind of serve the purpose of the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's Amadeus Cho.
Who's that?
Oh, God. This is the same place we got Riri Williams and Kamala Khan.
Okay.
Just...
Come on, you got it. You're the comic guy.
All new, all different Marvel. This is from the 2010s. And this is when Marvel thought it would be a great idea. It's like, what if we took all the established characters that everybody knew, and we just gave them the coalition victory, like facelift. It's like we'll give Miss Marvel to like a Pakistani Muslim woman, and we'll make Amadeus Cho the new Incredible Hulk, you know, and then we'll like just like kind of fuck with everybody. And
Okay.
no one liked that because you completely alienated like your longtime readers. It's like it would have been cool like had you had done this as like an actual passing the torch. The only one of these characters who was boosted this hard that managed to survive was Miles Morales. It's because Miles Morales was introduced 10 years prior to that.
Yeah.
Back in like 2000, 2001.
For good reason.
In the Ultimate Spider-Man, that's because Childish Gambino said like, shit, I want to play a new Spider-Man. And at the time, the writer, Brian Michael Bendis, was like, you know what, that would be interesting. Like, what if we killed Spider-Man off? Like, who would take up that mantle? And that's why they created Miles Morales. So because Childish Gambino exists, Miles Morales
So because
exists.
of that bullshit story
Yes.
on Twitter,
Yeah.
and then him doing a stand-up special, I want to see a white shaft. Like that created Miles Morales for real?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was bullshitting. When
No,
you said
he
that
wanted
shit.
to be Miles Morales.
Of course.
I know that, but
Yeah.
like,
It took almost 20 years for Miles Morales to get a personality because for the most part he was Black Peter Parker up until the Into the Spider-Verse movie happened. And they actually got like a black guy.
They actually made it like
Yeah.
that's him.
Was that what?
That's who he is.
What would an actual like Hispanic, black, like a mixed black guy would be like? We're growing up in New York. And that's when Miles Morales got a personality. Now he's all of a sudden super cool. I wonder fucking why. But anyway, either way, that was a time before woke was a buzzword. Anyway, Amadeus Cho is here in this book, and it's like, yeah, they're trying to fight against people, but these people have weapons that have gamma inhibitors, and it's like, we're going to need the World Breaker. And apparently Banner is here on this planet. Now, I know that it's set 1,000 years in the future for this planet. I don't think that's 1,000 years in the future for
Banner.
Banner.
I got you.
And like, keep in mind, like, I'm thinking about the most recent, like, because I watched all of She-Hulk.
So I'm guessing that how they're if I had to think of it in a
Yeah.
physical, like, astrological type thing,
Time dilation.
when he travels straight, their world keeps spinning.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. That's fair. So and of course he's not going to age the same way, but then again,
That needs the Hulk. Like,
yeah, it's not going to work. It's not
got
going
a
to. Yeah,
regeneration.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, this was a really interesting book. I would recommend it. Like, I like the art for it. I like the writing. It's interesting because it definitely gives you that fish out of water feeling, but you got to go with the flow. It's a Hulk book. However, it's like the emphasis isn't on smashing. It's
Yeah.
about, outthinking the situation.
Trying to world build right now.
And not to mention, you're talking about World Breaker. World Breaker is the absolute strongest version of the Hulk that exists.
Yes.
It's like, I know that you're probably used to the MCU version of the Hulk if you never read a Hulk book.
Not strong whatsoever.
Yeah.
Compared
MCU Hulk is nerfed. Just like MCU Doctor Strange, supremely nerfed. Full power, absolutely could solve just about any problem, destroy just about anything. It's like World Breaker, it used to be that the angrier Hulk got, the stronger he got, the bigger he got. And it's like, after being kicked off your planet because everyone that you knew and trusted felt that you were too much of a threat to be there, just for you to go to this world, create a life, take a wife, have a child, and then for your wife to be killed by the thing that they sent you to this planet on, and you finally come back, yeah, you're fucking pissed. The only thing that stopped World Breaker Hulk was the MacGuffin that is the Sentry, which is Marvel's Superman. And the only way that Sentry won is because he fought Hulk to a draw. They both fought each other so long that they both lost, like they used up all their power fighting each other.
it became regular.
Yeah. It's like nothing can stop the Juggernaut once it's in motion. Like once the Juggernaut has set his eyes on it, all Hulk did was redirect that motherfucker. Like that's how pissed off Hulk was. He was in his right mind. He had all his intelligence.
But there's that one that it was, what was her name? that stopped him
Oh yeah, from the
from the X of 10 Power of 10 or something?
No, it wasn't even Powers of 10. It was actually a Juggernaut book that sadly got canceled because no one was reading it. I was really sad about that one. I like that one. I probably should have.
What was her name?
I can't fucking remember.
Relay or something?
Something. It was like she was like the TikToker.
Look up a female that can stop Juggernaut.
Yeah, because they were trying to make it a big mystery. Like this was during like the start of the Krakoa thing.
Yeah.
And this Juggernaut book was kind of like a separate thing from it.
Right.
Had a lot to do with it.
And that was a cool story.
I didn't know whether or not she was
I don't remember how
mutant.
many issues there were.
I think it got like 3 or 4 issues, but
And it was cool because Juggernaut was actually trying to not necessarily become a good guy, but like just try to make it in the world.
Yeah, trying to
and he
turn
was
a new
helping
leaf.
clean up all the stuff. What's the name?
D-Cell.
D-Cell. That's
yeah.
it.
Like a battery, yeah.
Yeah. So like it was.
And it's his companion.
Yeah.
The one
That was
person
the
who
whole
could slow
story.
him down.
That was the whole story. It was basically he was cleaning up a lot of the mess that the Avengers had made.
I really liked that book. I thought it was intriguing.
Yeah.
The fact that he had lost like the Shard of Sidorak, but he had found a new way. That's why his costume changed in that book, and it was really fucking cool. It was like I like the fact that it was the Juggernaut. It's like, you know what? I've been a fucking henchman pretty much my entire life. It's like, what if I try to do something good for a change? And it's like it was really intriguing. I liked that.
Nobody else did.
No one else read the fucking
sucked.
book, and it's sad. I hate it when a book with potential gets canceled. But hey, I'm a big Constantine fan. That's what happened to the last Constantine book. It
Happens.
did 12 issues, and then they got canceled.